or you can't find nobody, you can't find the supplies you need, you gotta do dressing changes. This person, you go to them, this dressing been on their leg for the past 5 days, and it look like their leg could fall off, and you can't even find no Curlex to wrap around the leg. Like, you like, I see why it's been on your leg for the past 5 days. Ain't nothing up in here to wrap around it anyway, so why not just leave it like that? From working in long-term care to a hospital, one of the biggest things that I had to realize is that we actually do not have to be in fight or flight survival mode as much as we had to be working in nursing homes. You don't have to be like that in a hospital. It is higher stakes, it is a more acute care, there is higher pressure on you because it can be more critical as far as how that patient's outcomes can be in a hospital. No problem, darling.
Well, I need her backpack.
Why? Thank you, darling.
Bye-bye. You better use lotion.
Please use lotion. From the mouths of babes, honey. Okay, go put it on the dresser. So we don't have to be in survival mode. What do I mean by that? Working in nursing homes, you know, more than likely the amount of patients that you have is not about to say tremendous, and it's just treacherous. Okay, it's horrible. You can have 50 plus patients, 40 plus patients, 30 plus patients, 30 patients, and you got to pass medications to all of them. Bruh, you got 30 people you gotta pass meds to, and if somebody fall on the floor, and somebody need an AccuCheck, and somebody about to start fight, they trying to fight, and this one want to go out to smoke, and this one need to go to the bathroom, and you can't find a CNA, and the nobody wanted to come and help you. The DON, they don't want to come help. None of them can help. They doing their own thing. Or you can't find nobody. You can't find the supplies you need. You gotta do dressing changes. This person, you go to them, this dressing been on their leg for the past 5 days, and it look like their leg could fall off, and you can't even find no Curlex to wrap around the leg. Like, you like, I see why it's been on your leg for the past 5 days. Ain't nothing up in here to wrap around it anyway, so why not just leave it like that? So you going back and forth trying to go to the supply room. Oh, the supply room, you gotta call maintenance to open the supply room. Or, oh, such and such got the key, you go over there. Oh no, we ain't got over here. Oh, such and such want a pain pill, can you get her a pain pill? Such and such daughter on the phone, she want to talk to you about that. Bruh. That's how it is. And then for the longest, me going from the nursing home to the hospital, I was working as an agency nurse. I did agency nursing, especially post-COVID. I did it pre-COVID, but post-COVID, that's all I did exclusively for about 3 to 4 years. That's what I did. 3 years. I did that for 3 years after COVID. Well, from 2020 to 2023, I did all agency nursing, even with my RN license. So you already, if you're doing agency, which a lot of long-term care nurses are, if you are a long-term care nurse or worker, let me know in the comment section, are you working agency right now? Even if you have a regular gig, PRN gig, part-time gig, whatever the case may be, do you still have an agency on the Holodex, okay? Do you got them on the line? Are you on the payroll at one of these places? Let me know in the comment section. I really want to know. I need to take a poll on this and to see nurses, CNAs, whatever. But for the most part, a lot of people that are working in nursing homes, even in nursing in general, are their PRN or they have some type of agency work where they work. They have that on their Rolodex, basically, their Holodex, as I like to call the child. They got it on there, on their roster, okay, as a way to make money. And if that's you, then you already had that mindset of, I got to get into this place. Nobody's going to give me orientation. I'm not going to know where anything is. I'm not going to know any of these patients, any of the workers, anybody in here. They ain't going to know me from a can of paint, honey. They ain't going to know me from a box of rice. So let me go up in here, do what I got to do, be that nurse, and go and skedaddle up out of here and make my money. That's the mindset that you have, and it kind of makes you like be super tunnel vision and like just task focused. And that mindset, when you go into the hospital, you don't necessarily have to have that mindset, because there's way more teamwork. There is way more teamwork. If my patient is going through respiratory distress or they need a breathing treatment or something, whatnot, and wheezing, I don't have to try to find a CMC to hook something up to them, or find a mask, because nobody can find a mask. They haven't even had this. Where's the machine that even in here? Is it in here? Is the mask dirty? The mask been sitting here for 2 months? It's a whole bunch of stuff. No, I just call respiratory therapy, like, such and such needs a breathing treatment. She's having some leaks and her respirations are elevated, or she's just saying she's not feeling well. Do you mind taking a look at her? Boom. That's all I have to do at the hospital. I just be like, this is a breath of fresh air. And I think for me, I just thought, okay, going from the nursing home to the hospital, I'll learn. I have a better skill set, you know, and I can at least say I had some hospital experience. I feel more legit as a nurse, but honestly, y'all, it's way less work. It's way freaking less work. It's way less work. Don't get me wrong. I forgot. See, I'm getting interrupted. I forgot what I was saying. Dang it. It's less work. I said it was less work, and I was really thinking, okay, my skills would get better, and I could just say I worked in the hospital, which I could have it as part of my thing. And that's great, and the pay was more. I was thinking the pay was not going to be more. And I thought I wasn't going to like the vibes of the hospital, but I honestly don't mind the vibes. And I really think it's because I work nights and I work the weekends, because I ain't got to deal with nobody in corporate, because nobody there on nights and nobody there on weekends. So I don't really have to deal with nobody, so that's why I like it too. And then it's a smaller hospital as well, and it's not too far from my house. Like I said, it's good pay, and it's good teamwork. And in the nursing homes, sometimes it's like you be the only nurse on that unit. You don't have anybody working with you. You have nobody that can be a second eye for you. You don't have anybody that can watch your lights for you, that can go in and do a quick assessment on your patient for you while you're busy and something. And they be like, oh, what did her? And she said she was in pain. I looked at her leg. Da 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 da. You don't have anybody there for you. It's been like that plenty of times for nurses working on units where it should be 2 nurses, but they cutting back or they don't have the staff, so it's just you by yourself. And that, not having that teamwork, like, people don't talk about that enough. That makes nursing even more depressing. Like, when I tell you, there's nothing like being able to do your job with the right team, with the right resources, and we all working together to do what we have to do to get this job done. It reduces your stress. It reduces your anxiety going into work. It helps a lot when you have a team and we're getting the job done. You feel like you can take care of people. You actually can take care of people. And just overall, I would say it just makes for a better working condition when there's teamwork, and that's what was lost during COVID. We lost team. We lost the team. We already didn't have it to begin with in healthcare, and it's like when you get that good team, it's nothing like it. But it's always been an issue because it's retention is low in a lot of places. Like they can't retain help. They just don't have the help. They don't have the leadership that's there. Management is not where it needs to be. And it's just the support, just in general. I think in the workforce in general, the concept of teamwork has just been amiss, right? Wouldn't you say that people's morale has dropped dramatically? But when you're in healthcare, when that drops, when that teamwork drops, it makes it even harder, because really, I feel like if we all just do the work and we all do what we're supposed to do and help each other in the meantime, or just do our roles as what we're supposed to do as far as our job, it makes the job way better. That's why it's a group of us and not just one. But that's a whole other video. But yes, you can, I feel like I have been able to heal from that fight or flight mode as a nurse that I had in nursing homes. Now, do I feel like that sometimes? Do I feel sometimes like I'm drowning at night? Not necessarily like I'm drowning, but it's just a lot going on. But I definitely feel like if I really got to the point where I really needed help and I really didn't know what to do, or I was really in a jam, I can call for help. That's the thing I know I did not have in a nursing home whatsoever. It was on me. Everything was on you. Everything. It's time for you to be the only nurse in the building, or be you and one other nurse in the building. It's like 300 patients, 200 patients, 150 patients. That's a lot of people to be taken care of. And don't let that nurse be one of them nurses. If she work nights and he work nights, they dip off on you and they be in their car or be off doing whatever till like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, from midnight to 5, 1 to 5. They gone. They go. You can't find where the nurse at. any home. It be wild, wild west. I just tell you that. And I appreciate it. I have definitely found a love for nursing again, going into the hospital. And I know that this is not always the case with some people where they feel like it's like that. But I just think, you know, you cannot always listen to other people's perspective. Even though you listen to my perspective, child, like, comment, and subscribe. You know, you listen to me. I always say, think about what you want, write down what you want, and just focus on the things that you want out of a job, and then go for it. And if it don't work out, do something else. And what really doesn't mean if it doesn't work out? What does that even mean? You're seeing if it's, you're trying it on, giving it a fit, seeing if it fits you. If not, move on to something else. It's just another experience. That don't feel so pigeonholed into these jobs or into a specialty. Like, you can always switch it up, and healthcare is how I feel. So if you want to go to a different job, then just try it. Don't think, oh, well, it's not going to be like that, or people keep telling me this and that, or I just think it's going to be like that. Yeah, that's just you thinking. You don't know. Because I could have went to a totally different hospital and had the worst situation, and it could just be the hospital that I'm at. I found a good place. I just found a good place that I can vibe with. And maybe that was the one thing, just finding a working condition that I like. I might have thought that it was, I needed this, but really you just need to have a chill working condition, and you pretty much would be satisfied with your job. Like, I feel that we just have to find what fits us in healthcare. I think you can fall back in love with what drew you to healthcare. And yes, there are parts of it where you be like, it's all going to hell. Like, this all sucks. Like, y'all get on my nerves. I'm so done with this. I'm so done with it. I still be feeling that's the way sometimes, but at the end of the day, I still feel good walking away. Like, okay, I did my part. I had the help that I needed, and I took care of my people. There's some things I can learn. I can do better. I can change up next. I can I can grow from this and do this next time. But I walk away from this feeling like I did what I could do for my patients, and I was able to do what I could for my patients to the best of my abilities. Now, sometimes you don't feel that way because it could be, we still get short, it still be a hot mess sometimes on night shifts and where I work. But for the most part, it's pretty decent. So I think, honestly, back to my original premise, you can get out of the survival mode when you go from nursing homes to the hospital, hopefully. I know everybody's experience is going to be different. I just think I honestly found a really good hospital, a good vibe. Like, when I say y'all, wrote down everything I wanted in my next career. If I find it, I'll read it to y'all. I wrote the pay, I wrote everything about it that I wanted, and I feel like this job has exceeded it and shown me other things that I didn't even know that I wanted. So just think about what you want and look for it, man. Put it out there. Just cast it out. Cast the net out there to see what you want out of your career, because it is possible for things to get better for you as a nurse. Don't always just believe when people say that it's just so horrible, it's so bad. You have to see what fits you, honestly. And sometimes what didn't fit another person could fit you perfectly. I mean, that's just life, right? Everybody got their reasons why they don't do well at certain jobs or why it doesn't mesh well for them. But if you're feeling called to do something, you need to do it, no matter what somebody is telling you, right? Because you feel called to do it, so it shouldn't matter what they say. But that's a whole other video too. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. And I definitely feel like I said, I've healed my post-traumatic nursing home syndrome. Like, it's real, y'all. Like, can anybody else attest to this? Working in nursing homes, especially if you do it for me. I did it for 8+ years. Just being in healthcare, being a CNA, and then going into, so I did it for a while. It's a lot, especially after COVID. It just got so, I don't know if I'm just too sensitive to it. Not even too sensitive. I'm sensitive to it, or it's nursing homes are depressing, y'all. They depressing. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family, because them hoes is depressing. And I'm, like I said, I know everybody got their own, you know, and I can say this too, every place is different. I've worked at 20+ nursing homes, 30+ nursing homes in my career as a nurse. And they all pretty much. And in some places where I was like, oh, I used to love this place when I was in nursing school. I would love to work there. And I went there as a nurse post-COVID, all of that, years and years later. And I was like, oh my gosh, this place is not the same like it used to be. Everything, yeah, it's just not the same, y'all. And maybe it's some more places that's, you know, more upscale. Maybe it's just the places I was working. But I worked at a lot of them, so that's the majority of them. A lot of people, y'all can't afford them more expensive places. Y'all ain't gonna be able to afford that. So it's something you got to get over working in these facilities, working under those conditions. There's a lot of things you have to overcome going into the hospital setting or whatever setting you go into at the nursing home, because it's a lot. Nursing home nurses, are you okay? Y'all okay? Blink twice if you need me to come get y'all. Please let me know. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, and y'all let me know what y'all think about these little series of videos I'm doing. Just little small videos where I'm sitting and talking to y'all real quick about my experiences and like what I'm thinking when it comes to nursing and all that. Let me know what y'all think, or just put a comment down below and we can continue the conversation. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.